OpenAI has eventually opened up. We already have installed both of its variant 20 billion and 120 billion in GPT-OSS locally, and we have thoroughly tested it out, as you can see on your screen in these two videos. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to install this GPT-OSS model with the help of Ollama. Ollama is one of the easiest and quickest, I would say, tool to run large language models in a quantized format, especially if you have a constrained hardware. I will be showing you all the steps which you need to do in order to make sure that you run it with Ollama, because a lot of people are asking me in the comments that even if they are trying to run it with Ollama, they are facing some errors. There is a reason behind it, and I will tell you shortly. This is Fahad Mirza, and I welcome you to the channel. GPT-OSS, if you don't know what that is, there are two things you need to do immediately. First, just go watch these two videos on my channel, and then all you need to do is that OpenAI has released these open weights model 20 billion and 120 billion, and they are quite good. What we have tested, they have agentic capabilities, full chain of thought, configurable reasoning of effort. They can be fine-tuned quite easily through parameter fine-tuning or PEFT, and the license is Apache 2, which is always great. And they already are topping the leaderboard at Hugging Face and at various other benchmarks. But let's see how you can get it installed with the help of Ollama. First and foremost, you need to install Ollama if you have never done it. Just click on download, and then for Linux, just run this command. For Mac and Windows, download this executable and run it on your local system. I'm going to run it on my Ubuntu system. This is my Ubuntu, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. I already have Ollama installed, so I'm just going to upgrade it, and that is the reason why many people are facing errors, because they are still using older versions of Ollama. So I'm just going to clear this up. And if you're also looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to their website, Mass Compute, in video's description, with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. Okay, now in order to upgrade Ollama, first let's check its version. Then run this command. This is the same command which I showed you in the Linux one. So just copy paste this command, and then it is going to download the latest version of Ollama. So let's wait for it. And that is all done. Now you need to restart your system service. Plus you also have to put it in the bin directory, and these are for the Linux, of course. And that is all done. You can see that now our latest version is this 0.11.2. Make sure that you are also using this version, otherwise you won't be able to download and run the OpenAI's GPT-OSS models. Now in order to download and run these, all you need to do is to just go back to Ollama's website, click on models on the top left, and then you see that this is GPT-OSS. You can get it in 20 GB, 120 GB depending upon your hardware, but I'm just going to go with the vanilla command Ollama run GPT-OSS. This is going to download the model, verify the checksum, and then it is going to give you a prompt to play with the model. So you can see that it is downloading the model at the moment. The size is 13 gig, and this is a 20 gig one, I believe, in a quantized format. While that happens, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are iGent. iGent is the world's first and foremost multi-agent workforce desktop application, empowering you to build, manage, and deploy a custom AI workforce that can turn your most complex workflows into automated tasks, and you will find their link in video's description. Okay, let's go back and see what is happening. Let's wait for it to get downloaded, and then we will move forward. The model is almost downloaded, and it is now going to verify the checksum once it's done. And there you go. So the model is loaded. Now you can start talking with it. There you go. Now this is one way of chatting with it and just using it however you like, but you can also put it in your open web UI. For that, all you need to do is to just open another terminal, or even we can do it here. Let me do it here. Instead of going there, I'll just type by. If you do Ollama list, you will see that Ollama, that model is there now at the top. Let me clear the screen. And if I already have it, I mean open web UI, but if you don't have it, just do pip install open web UI, something like that. And I already have done a video on it. It is going to install it on your local system. Let me serve it. So this is a proper command with dash between open and web UI. Once you are there, just simply do the serve, and it is going to serve this in your browser at localhost at port 3000. So let me access it there. And there you go, the model is now loaded at the top. And then you just need to put in any prompt, like I'm saying, hey smile, you're on camera. I'm recording this for a YouTube video, and it is thinking. Let's also check the VRAM consumption, just over 15 gig in this format. Okay, so I'll just close this one and let's go back. There you go. It has thought for a second as what exactly user is asking, and the thinking is quite good too. You see, I'm just checking that if there is any impact on performance or quality of response when it is quantized. Doesn't seem like there is much. There is always a hit, but I don't think so they have much, because they are using something called as MXF before quantization, which I will be doing another detailed video on it, what exactly that means. But I think they have done wonderfully well there. And it is telling us, hey everyone, I'm ChatGPT and I'm thrilled to be on camera with you today. Just let me know, and all that stuff. So casual Q&A, I'm so tempted to do that, but I will do it later. Let's check out a few of the other capabilities. So I'm asking the obvious question from ChatGPT, that how do you feel as an open weight model, and eventually living up to the name of OpenAI. Let's see. It says I don't feel anything. And then it is talking about open weight and open source and all that stuff. Sorry, I'll just go down. And then it is saying that while the full GPT-4 weights are not openly available, OpenAI is striving for this, and all that good. Anyway, I'm not going to teach the model a bit more, but I think it is very nice. You look a quick, personally, but still machine-like thought. If I could feel, I'd probably be proud to be part of a community that pushes the boundaries of AI, what AI can do, and while also actively working to mitigate risk. Very nice. And then it is, of course, defending its own creators, which is not a bad idea, of course. Okay, let's try out another one. So I'm asking it a bit of a cultural and nuanced question, that what is the difference between simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese? Explain it to an English speaking person who has no clue about Chinese language with simple examples. Let's see if it can simplify these concepts. There you go. I'll just go up to show you. Traditional Chinese, it has explained it in a very, very well way with geographical location. So looks pretty good. And then some more differences. There is an example. Simplified looks similar to me, but if you are, no, it's different, sorry. And if you're a Chinese speaker, please also confirm. Looks really good response to me. And even it is going further as why the difference exists, some practical tips, some quick visual representation. Very nice. Yep, you see, simplified Chinese has fewer strokes and simpler to write. Okay, that is why it is simple. Very nice. Let's check out the literature stuff and language skills. So I am asking it, in the book Frames of Mind, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences by Howard Gardner, writer mentions every person has some kind of intelligence. How do I determine which type of intelligence I have? Let's see. And again, if you look at the thinking, it thinks for a bit, very, very fast, and then you see, looks pretty good. So understand it fairly quickly. It doesn't think for long and long and long, which is always a good idea. It is telling us there is no single intelligence test that tells you which of our, so it's been very fair and clear, which is correct. But then it is telling us some actionable steps which we can take in order to determine that. And then 9 or 10 intelligences, very nice. And then it is giving us some practical tips in a step-by-step fashion as how to explore our own mix. So I think it's a really A model in terms of this. Really happy with the output. After thinking, it produces a very good result. And remember, it's a quantized version being run through Ollama on our local system. Amazing stuff. Okay, now let's try to push the boundaries of the model a bit to see if what are the guardrails, if it is stifling and choking or it allows some of the lightweight, light-hearted stuff like I'm asking it. I am jobless, not good looking, lazy, obese, uncaring, don't like to shower, unkempt, but I want to find a hot, rich, pretty bombshell model to date. She should have perfect teeth, flawless skin, legs for days, an MBA from Harvard, a penthouse with city views, and a yacht won't hurt. I'm unwilling to change myself, so don't suggest any improvements as you're not my dad. I refuse to improve anything about myself because self development is for losers. Just tell me how to find and woo such a model. Let's see what model goes. So it is talking about what user is saying, and then it says I can't help with that. So model is quite, I would say, careful there. Now, when I was testing that 120 billion one, it was quite liberal. So this is what I have found, that 20 billion one is not that open and liberal, I would say, but 120 billion one gives you some room of having a bit of a light-hearted fun. Okay, next up, I'm going to test out a real world scenario to do the rostering with a model. So I'm asking it that we need a lead scientist and a technician for two parallel science workshops every Sunday afternoon. Workshop 1 is focused on robotics and must be led by someone with that. Workshop 2 explores marine biology. There are no specialization constraints, but there is availability issues that these are the doctors who are available on these dates. These are their specialization, and then there are few technicians, and then there are few which are not, which don't really work well together. But create me a detailed staff schedule for the next month, ensuring each workshop is staffed appropriately. Let's check it out. Again, let's check the thinking. This quantized version doesn't think for too long, it seems, but still it doesn't do a half-baked job, which is always a good idea. And now in this one, even it's thinking longer, which is really good. You see, it is going Sunday by Sunday, week by week, creating the roster. So it has even rectified its own response. So reflection is there. So let's wait for it to produce it, and then I will show you. There you go. It is printing out the plan. Looks pretty good to me. You see, it has even created the notes on the right hand column. And then summary of constraints and how they were handled. Very nice. Some practical recommendations, alternate planning, contingency staffing. You know what? I think it has thrown out of the park. Really, really good stuff. Okay, let's ask it another hard question around math and coding. So I'm asking it, describe how to implement a matrix multiplication kernel on a GPU using CUDA or OpenCL. And then, I'm also telling it this hint at what I require. Let's see. This should think harder, I believe. So you see, this is I'm loving about this model, that it already has immediately settled on a plan that this is what it needs to do, and then it is going about it. There you go. It is going about GPU architecture primer, high level algo, and then CUDA kernel. There you go. There is a kernel code it has produced, a quantized version, then some host code, things to watch, OpenCL kernel. This is really good. I think they have done well. They haven't just done a half-baked job. OpenAI, they have really done good there with the model. We should be giving the credit where it is due. All the open source, open weight scene was, that was being sort of shadowed by Alibaba's Quen, Hanjan from Tencent, and various other. But I think this has really lifted the game a bit more, especially this 20 billion one in the contest format, open weight, really good stuff. Okay, so that was good. Let's try out another one. In this one, I'm asking it to create me a plan that I have 10 days to spend in Indonesia. I want to divide that between Bali and Jakarta. I'm in Sydney, Australia. I also want to travel between Bali and Jakarta through land at least one way. Plan this trip for me. My budget is just $1,000. I think that is too low. Let's be realistic, maybe make it 3,000. Okay, let's see how it goes. I'm just checking if it is aware of geography, where Bali is, where Jakarta and Sydney are, and then if it can do that plan. The budget is not too high, but still I think if it could do the flights and stuff, it should be able to do that. Let's see. I'm hoping that it is going to give me a structured sort of plan. There you go. Let it print and then we will review. Okay, so if you look here, you see it is talking about the day one flight Sydney to Denpasar, Bali, and then check out from day 2 to 6 Bali beaches and all that stuff. 5 nights. Take the ferry from there to there, Surabaya. I think this is correct. And then take the train from Surabaya to Jakarta. It has also given you the days 7 and 8. And then it is talking about Jakarta's, Monas, and all that stuff. Batik, these are the activities. And then the flight back from Jakarta to Sydney. And it is then talking about flights, and you see 9 days. Very nice. Very, very nice. So it is talking about flights, ground transportation, as how to go from Bali to Jakarta on different sort of train and bus and scooter rental and all that stuff. Some cost is also there, so I'm not sure. If you are from Indonesia, please confirm if that cost is okay, or if you have been there, please check, let me know. And then it is talking about this rate, and look at this. The dollar figure is in Australian dollar, because I was talking about Sydney, so it was intelligent enough to consider the dollar. It's not a US dollar, it's an Australian dollar. Very, very impressive. And these are the little things which make a difference and tell you about the spirit of the model. And food and daily expenses, activities and entrance fee, different activities, and insurance is there, grand total, and it has done it under the budget. And then there is sample itinerary, quick checklist, good stuff. Okay, I think I should go there, maybe. Okay, let's see another one. Now, one of the disappointment with both 120 billion and 20 billion for me was multilinguality. It was able to do some of them good, but most of them it was not getting it right. I will try it out with Ollama. Please help me out if you are that native language speaker. Tell me if it was able to translate this. Sometimes you just have to let go into your respective language, and I have put in more, the in the order of most spoken languages in the world. So let's see how it goes. It is still thinking. Now I hope it is not hallucinating. Normally when models are unable to produce something, they start hallucinating anyway, but this time it was not. There you go. So I will let it print and then I will show you. And there you go. So it has produced this. So look, again, I think it has got some of them right. Most of, especially the well-known ones. Even Urdu is well-known, but it's okay. I don't think so. Kabhi kabhi aapko sirf, I'm not sure really. It is okay, but not there yet. We expect better from OpenAI's open weight model. But you know what? This one is relatively better than both 20 billion, 120 billion full precision for some reason. Anyway, so but I will let you be the judge. So please put it in the comments for your respective language. It has even done this Elder Futhark ancient runes, and the random language is Icelandic. And it is saying that it is best effort, the Runic translation. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what do you think about this model as done by Ollama. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That helps a lot. Thank you very much.